Hello, my name is Valeria Rodriguez, and this will be my elephant toothpaste presentation. Here I have the materials that I use, which is the Dawn dish soap that we already had in the kitchen, hydrogen peroxide that we already had, food coloring, active dry yeast, and then I used a medium-sized cup because I don't have anything smaller than that. I also did the beginner reaction because I didn't want to make too much of a mess in my shared apartment. Here I'm just demonstrating that I put the cup in the sink. It was definitely a little bit hard for me to film and do this at the same time, but I managed to do it. But here I'm pouring in the hydrogen peroxide, then adding a few drops of the dish soap, mixing those two together, making sure they're well incorporated with each other. Then I added a few drops of green food coloring. And then I mixed that together as well to make sure everything was fully incorporated and well mixed. And in this clip, I'm showing that I'm putting the active dry yeast into a cup of warm water. I did mix it very well. There were some clumps, but I managed to get them out. But here I am adding the yeast to the soap and hydrogen peroxide reaction. And it formed the foam like it should have, but it doesn't look as cool as it would have if I had a thinner or taller glass. Since it was a lot wider, it's a little bit more anticlimactic, but it still worked. There it goes, just down the sink. It made cleanup very easy. And here is my elephant toothpaste slide presentation. The elephant toothpaste experiment is a chemical reaction that involves the rapid decomposition of hydrogen peroxide using yeast and warm water as a catalyst. In this reaction as well, hydrogen peroxide is broken down into the oxygen gas and water, in which, in the mixture of the yeast and the hydrogen peroxide and soap, the oxygen gas begins to expand but has nowhere to go. So that's why the foam expands. So when the hydrogen peroxide comes into contact with the yeast, it starts breaking down into water and oxygen, like I said. Oxygen is a gas and therefore wants to escape the liquid. However, the dish soap that was added into our reaction, your reaction, whoever did this, like I did, these bubbles trap the gas, which creates the foam. And if there was no soap added, it would just create normal bubbles, just very slight bubbles. But since the soap traps in that gas that escapes, it creates a foam and causes it to rise up out of the cup. And that is my presentation. Thank you for watching.